I driving again. I only assume that sooner or later I'm going to get into an accident while I'm doing this, and y'all will be the beneficiaries of seeing that happen. Hopefully it'll just be, you know, a fender bender. Anyway, so I was thinking about a story that I wanted to tell you, another story of personal injury, only this time it was Uncle Joel that got injured. So a little bit of background. Papa Doug bought this old pickup truck and he wanted to repaint it. So he had an air compressor and anyway, got all the stuff that you needed to do that. But in order to get paint, chips of paint and that sort of stuff like that off of a car, you don't use a scraper like you would to get old paint off a house or a wall or whatever. You have to do what's called sand blast it. And basically that means taking sand and using high pressure to blow at the thing, at the metal, and it'll take the old paint off. But in order so that you don't put big nicks and scratches in the metal, you have to make sure that the sand that you use in your sandblaster is very, very fine. So the way that you do that is you have to screen the sand, and so you get all the big sharp subjects, and so Papa, that was a job that Papa had Uncle Joel and me doing to prepare for this sandblasting thing. So we had to do a certain amount, I don't know, of time, or I don't remember, but anyway, and so we'd sit out there, and basically, if you imagine you take sand, you put it into a screen, like a screen on a window, and you shake it back and forth, sort of like you're sifting flour or something like that. And so the screen that we had was this old, it was literally an old screen with a wooden frame that had been broken, and it had a nail sticking out of it. So one day I went out there and Uncle Joel was sifting, and I think it was my turn to take his place. And so as he stood up to go, he was barefoot, and he stepped right on this nail, and it went into his foot. I don't remember if it was the right or the left foot. I'm sure he does. But what I remember, though, is he told me to pull it out, which, by the way, I don't think you're supposed to do. I think that first aid people will tell you now that if you stick a nail or any object in you, you should go to the emergency room and have them remove it, just in case there's, yeah, anyway. But, you know, we didn't know any better, and I'm sure it hurt, and he wanted it out. So anyway, so I pulled this nail out, and I remember it was hard to pull out, and then like his skin kind of like puckered around it, because, you know, that's the way nails are. They're meant to stay in, not come out. And and then I think it was bleeding a little bit, and then he kind of hobbled in the house, and I guess again, I don't remember if they took him to the doctor. They probably did, because he probably needed to get a tetanus shot. So there's another thing too, by the way. If you ever get poked by a nail or cut by something metal and rusty or whatever, make sure that your tetanus shot is up to date. So there's our lesson for today. Okay. Love you.